So hi, welcome to Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory. My
Bro.
light is too bright. I'm sorry.
Why
am I apologizing to you? I'm
is
saying
it too
I'm sorry
bright because you're just tired?
No, it's just it looks like my face is whited out. Is it whited out on your side?
It always looks a little bit like too whited out. Like
Okay.
I don't really notice like a difference. That's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it's because I have the white screen. Usually I just have Discord up for the question list that balances everything out.
Yeah.
That should be better now.
That's good. I personally just use the white screen
Chrome,
that's my ring light. So long time no see, Twitch. How we doing? This is going to be really weird on every other platform, but we haven't streamed in 2 weeks. Sorry, was living life. I was out doing things, and Gloria was like, "Yeah, man, you go do things. Let's record on Saturday, man." And thanks, Glory. Thanks for we were able to coordinate our hectic weekend schedules for an hour.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Even with Spectrum fighting against us, we still
did record. We did record one when we could have been done with it by the time it was over.
Yeah, because my internet just decided to literally say, "Hey guys, we're gonna shut it down for like an hour. Just give us a second." And
that day, I was this close to being like, you know what, man.
We
don't have to record it that bad. Like,
dude, I was so close to saying that too. It's good.
Like, if we were gonna hit an hour and me just sitting here like patiently waiting for you to join the Zoom, I would be like, you know, man, let's catch you next week. Yeah, it's good.
Don't worry about it.
So, exciting news today. I ate Subway for the first time. So now when the fans talk about Subway, I can be like, I have also eaten Subway.
Tell the world what you had for Subway and tell them the quality.
The veggie sandwich. The pickles were looking a little darker than pickles are supposed to. The olives,
gray.
Yeah, the olives, albeit olives are not fresh. They looked old. They tasted fine though. The tomatoes are supposed to be red. These had a little bit of an orange tint to them. And the lady didn't want to pay attention to me. Like I stood there for like a solid 2 minutes, and she was just sitting there on her phone. I was like, I didn't want to be like, "Excuse me, miss," because I didn't want Subway that bad. But the saving grace of the sandwich was like the Subway vinaigrette. That shit was pretty banging. Like, I know it's just like,
I'm pretty sure you could buy that. Honestly.
Yeah, I know it's just like glorified oil and vinegar, but they put like crack in it too.
Just a little bit of crack, yeah.
And that shit was crazy. I'm still like, I can still taste it in my mouth. So honestly, that was exactly what I expected from Subway. I hadn't eaten anything all day. It was a solid 11 out of 10. Yes, I will go back.
You will go back?
Was
it
it
cheap?
Go back.
How much was it?
It was fucking $10 for a foot long.
So why are you going back if it was expensive?
Because Jersey Mike's the foot long is like $7 for what I get, and if there's no Jersey Mike's in town, I'll just go to Subway, I guess, because like Subway has what I get.
Just go to Wawa.
Love Wawa to death. I'm personally a Quick Check kind of guy though. I don't know, because Quick Check uses the balsamic glaze instead of like you can get oil and vinegar, but you can also have them put balsamic glaze on the sandwich.
Ooh, that
game
sounds good.
Changer.
That sounds really. I've never tried that before.
It's so good, and like you can get they have chopped romaine, or you can get the shitty shredded lettuce, and the shitty shredded lettuce with the balsamic glaze hits different.
Okay. Yeah. And you said this is where?
Quick Check. It's like New Jersey only kind of shit, so you gotta come up here, bro.
Oh, and, I have to go back to my homeland.
Yeah, you gotta come back to Jersey.
I'm going home, guys, for Quick Check.
Shit's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Subway, not Subway, Wawa. It's like when I'm coming home from a show and I'm like, shit, I should have eaten dinner. I guess I'll get it's fine, but it's not the go-to. Just like I eat it too much. And I'm getting kind of sick of it because that's like the only thing on the menu that I can have.
Yeah.
Yo, Wawa, if you're watching this, put a Beyond Burger on your menu. I would probably eat that shit every day.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You probably would. You should do it, guys.
Yeah. So anyways, speaking of Wawa, I went to 3 shows this week. 3 back to back. I am struggling. Thursday, I saw 4 Year Strong, Knuckle Puck, Microwave, and Youth Fountain, and a bowling alley.
That's a good lineup.
It was pretty fucking awesome. It was the added show because the Friday date sold out, so it wasn't like crazy packed because it sold out 2 weeks ahead of time. And then it was added on. I was like, why are they like, it's 2 weeks away, why are they adding another show? There was a solid turnout for it being only 2 weeks away, but it's not, I wasn't expecting 700 people to be there, you know?
Yeah.
So Youth Fountain was good.
That's good.
Microwave was good. They've been like on my list of bands to like go see live, but I wasn't gonna like go out of my way. Kind of like
yeah.
They just happened to be there.
Great. Yeah.
Knuckle Puck was good. Yeah, Knuckle Puck was good. They had like the biggest crowd, I think. And
where were they on the lineup?
They were direct support.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for them. That's good.
Well, they're actually a pretty decent sized band, you know.
I know. It's crazy to think about, isn't it? That's weird.
It's crazy that some of these Tumblr bands are still like doing the damn thing.
They're still killing it. Yeah. I love it. I love it so much.
So
Tumblr.
they
were you ever on Tumblr? I'm sorry.
Well,
no?
I had a Tumblr account, but I didn't like. I never like got into Tumblr, you know.
Yeah. Never had Tumblr. I tried to go on it because my friend was like, you gotta look at this old band member's Tumblr. It's really funny. And I was like, okay. I tried to like figure it out. I don't understand how it works.
I don't understand it. I don't understand
because it's like there's a front page, but it's like everybody's like, and then I don't understand like the commenting format. Like when I see screenshots of like, you know, like Tumblr comments, I'm like, I don't understand like who's saying what. I don't get it.
Because it's just like there's reposts everywhere. Like every screenshot I see is like a repost of someone saying something funny about a funny thing.
Exactly.
I just don't understand it.
I never I don't get it.
So yeah, I had an account, but I never like super like got into it or even like attempted to understand it. No.
Yeah.
And by the time I got had even opened up a Tumblr account, Tumblr was way past being cool anyway.
It wasn't the early 2000s anymore, man.
So but they were good live, and then I saw 4 Year Strong. I haven't seen them since March. They were on the bill for the last show I went to pre-pandemic, pre-Panini, and they're always good live. They played their record "Enemy of the World" front to back, and then played some of the hits to close it off. And I was jamming along to one of the new songs, and some guy like sneaks up to me, like really weird, fist bumps me, looks at me, and just walks away.
Damn.
That was quite strange.
Did he say like anything?
No.
He just fist bumped you?
Yeah.
Was he like on something?
I don't know. I didn't understand the interaction. I don't know if it's because like I was like a young dude singing along to 4 Year Strong, or if this guy was just fist bumping everybody. I don't know what was going on.
Maybe at least it was like a fist bump. It wasn't like anything weird, you know. Yeah. It's not like he went in for like a hug or something, and you're like,
yeah, be like, dude, get the fuck away from me.
Get off of me.
Yeah, get away from me. So that was fun, but that was a good show. They're always good live. They're not a band that like I listen to an awful lot, but every time I see them, I'm just like, God damn, like you guys are good performers. Yeah. And then hung out at the end of the show because I was there with 3/4 of Pollyanna. We all went together.
I saw that.
And we talked to the drummer of Knuckle Puck after the show because they met him when they were in Chicago last time.
Oh, wow.
In the fall. So
we haven't spoken to Knuckle Puck, right?
No,
we spoke to Hot Mulligan.
Yes.
They're not at all like similar, right? Are they friends? They sound like they're friends.
I'm sure they're friends, but if you want to talk about adjacent to Knuckle Puck, Home Safe.
Home Safe.
Ryan.
We spoke to Home Safe.
Yes, Ryan is in Knuckle Puck.
Knuckle Puck.
Yes.
Okay. There, because I was like, we've done something with Knuckle Puck.
Yes.
There's been an overlap.
Yes, we spoke to Ryan from Home Safe.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that was a good show. And then the next night, I drove my aunts to Philadelphia to see I Prevail, that tour for the second time. Absolutely worth it. Yeah. So that lineup was I Prevail, Pierce the Veil, Fit for a King, and
Stand Atlantic.
Stand Atlantic was good. The crowd was like weird though. because like these Pierce the Veil kids, bro, like they just want to see Pierce the Veil. It was just a weird vibe. Like everyone was just kind of standing there. There was like these crowd surfers going over, and I was just like, what the fuck? And then they brought out Saxel Rose, who does the saxophone, and like Saxel is cool.
Wait, is his name Saxel Rose?
Yeah,
that's so cool.
And he's cool. Follow him on Instagram, but it was like just kind of like weirdly placed, like in the middle of the set. I was like confused, but I was glad that I finally got to see him in the flesh, because I've seen Saint Atlantic do stuff with him a bunch of times, and it's never been like near me. So he's been like in Maryland and shit. So that was cool. But then the crowd got into it as the set progressed. Like they got like, they started playing some of the stuff off the newer record, which is a little bit heavier, and people were like, they got into it. Then Molotov came on, and it was like, I don't know if it's because the lights were going crazy or if the crowd actually got into it, but it felt like everybody was into it.
That's good. That's very good to hear.
The guy next to me lit a blunt and then was yelling, "You guys are all pussies," in between sets, because obviously we see all of the TikToks. Everybody's there for Pierce the Veil. So this guy, like, in between each hit was just like, "Pussies," and like, I don't know what the fuck.
What are you saying?
I don't know what the fuck was going on, but that was really interesting too. Then
it's Philadelphia, man. Like, what did you expect?
Yeah. So then Fit for a King comes on. Their set this time around was better, in my opinion. When I saw them on the first date of this tour,
Kirby.
It felt fuck.
Fuck.
It felt like the set, although it was the same length, it was like rushed. Like it felt like they were trying to fit more songs in than they could actually play. But
was the set list longer?
No, the set list was the same length, but it just like this one had better pacing. Granted, first show of tour, so it's like they're like, oh shit, like we don't like, let's just rip through them all. Yeah, you know. But this time, it felt like there was a second to breathe, which was good. So that was fun. I also like had time with all of the new songs going into it this time, so I knew all the songs they were playing. And then Pierce the Veil came on. Crowd just went fucking insane. Like nowhere was safe. Like there was people jumping around everywhere. Some girl crowd surfed over me, and when I went to push her forward, I don't know what happened, but something popped back in here. My entire arm went numb, and it's been sore since. So I don't know.
What did you do?
I don't know what happened, but I thought I broke my arm in that moment.
See, this is a very hot take. I know it is because I've seen debates on this on Twitter. I don't like crowd surfers. I'm
not a fan either. Mostly because I've seen what happens when it goes wrong.
Yes, which is, there are so many ways it can go wrong. Like you hit a weak spot in the crowd, you're done. Yeah, like you're down.
Yeah. So I'm not a huge fan of it, but like I'm also not gonna be like, get down. Like I'm not just gonna like pull people down. I'm also not. I'm also not strong enough to do that, but I don't care enough. Yeah. That's why I stand off to the side, is to like do my best to stay like out of getting kicked in the head or getting fallen on, because I just like to stand there, and like it's fine if people are jumping around me, but I just like to stand and enjoy.
Exactly.
So I was like, uh-oh. And then someone right next to me, like, I'm like trying to figure out if my arm, like regain feeling in my arm. And this guy next to me goes, and I go, no, not happening. No, I'm not even going to try to find someone. Just go find someone else. Like, no, I'm trying to figure out if I broke my arm or not.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then so Pierce the Veil, they were good. I was able to see them this time. So up until I Prevail, everyone in the front was like mostly Pierce the Veil fans, which apparently Pierce the Veil fans are all super short. I had like the first time ever I've had a perfect view of the stage.
No way.
I'm not super tall, but I had a perfect view of the stage.
Yeah.
Like there were like goalposts here, like two tall people here, but I could see right through here.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I was like, this is awesome. Like even with all the chaos with Pierce the Veil, I still like saw the entire show. It was fucking awesome.
That's amazing. So yeah, that's awesome.
I didn't see them. I didn't really see them when they played Nasbury, because the stage is lower to the ground, and I was also super far in the back. So I Prevail comes on, all the tall people are in the front now, because now we got the typical metalhead in the front of the crowd.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. and they put on a good show as well. Same set list as when I saw them last time, except they cut the song with the piano. Thank God. The guy next to me was like tatted up, and like I thought like he would be like the lead, like at least a little bit into it. He didn't move. Like I don't know if he like died in the middle of the set or what.
He was just in shock.
But he didn't headbang. He didn't blink.
Was he just like standing there like arms crossed, like angry?
Well, he had his arm around his girl and that was it. And I'm like,
oh yeah, the girlfriend dragged him there.
This is weird. But like he looked like someone that would like be into it. Like, you know, I figured like they'd both be into it, but he just was like standing there like looking.
Was
like,
she into it?
Yeah.
Okay, well then that was her concert.
I was like, dude, what do you listen to? Like country? Like,
dude, probably.
Do you want to be at the Nickelback show at Starland, bro?
He's like, I wanted to go to Nickelback. Fine, we'll go to Pierce the Veil. I Prevail.
So that was weird. And he was like mad that like people around him were enjoying it, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
You're at a show. Yeah, like I
thought you were gonna be the one into it, not the other way around.
Yeah.
So that was fun. That was a good show. An interesting time. Lots of interesting people in the crowd this weekend. And then Saturday, I went and saw Pink Shift, Jigsaw Youth, and Jiraiya in a church.
Hell yeah.
In a church basement in Philly. Jiraiya was good. It was just him up there because it was last minute. So he just went up there. It was him and his laptop. And he did a pretty good job. And I've seen this man 3 times. Finally got to meet him.
How was he?
He was good. We chatted for a little bit. I was there with Pollyanna again, so we were all talking to him because Pollyanna and him have played shows together, and I was like, oh hey, I'm here now too.
That's awesome. I'm glad you finally got to meet him. That's awesome.
So and then Jigsaw Youth was pretty good, and Pink Shift was pretty good as well. That was a solid lineup. I was way in the back though, and it's like a church basement, so like the stage wasn't very high, so I didn't see much. But it was a good show. Definitely would like to go back to the church. If anybody is selling a ticket to LS Dunes at the church next week, sorry, it's technically this week now. Hit my line. I did not know that the show sold out a week and a half ago. Yeah, I know, but
just do it.
I'll just
do it. Just do it.
Anthony Green, I'm going to be DMing you after this.
Anthony Green, look at your DMs in 30 minutes.
And on the docket, I got I'm going to the city. Officially, I've decided I'm going to do it. And
you're doing Trinity?
I hope nothing goes wrong. Yeah,
I need you to get me this hoodie. I need you to get me the hoodie. I need this hoodie. I didn't even go to any of the Trinity 3 dates, but it's so fucking sick.
I'm gonna see what I travel with, because I might wind up traveling light and just not do merch, because the tour shirt is like exclusive to the fucking $100 VIP. So I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do in terms of merch or what I'm bringing. So I will get back to you on that. But if I do wind up bringing a bag and I don't like have a bunch of my own belongings in the bag already, I will try to stuff the hoodie in there for you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
If it works out.
Yes, but
I'll Venmo you.
I have decided that I am probably gonna go. And by probably, I mean yes. As I was walking to sit back down on my computer, my mom goes, "What's going on with Wednesday?" I'm like, I guess I'm going. Like,
I'm going.
The ticket was $90, and I'm not gonna sell it because it's not sold out. So
exactly. Yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna see what happens.
I mean, my friend, he sold his ticket for the cheapest, and it was gone because he just didn't even want to worry about it. So technically, you could still sell it, but
I could sell it.
You just lose money.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to like lose money. I'd rather like lose sleep instead. Like, I'd rather see Motionless in White. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
Grave Mistake is on the set list.
Yeah,
Grave Mistake is on the set list now. So
yeah, I saw. And Battle Drums. They played Battle Drums. Trey played Battle Drums.
Oh my god, they open and close with Battle Drums, dude. It's such a good song. They play it twice.
Fuck yeah. So that's on Wednesday. Friday is LS Dunes, and then next Wednesday is I think my boss and I are going to Philly to see America Part 2 open for the Spill Canvas.
Oh, hell yeah.
So it's going to be, it's like, bro, I took a month off Like I didn't go to basically any shows in October, and now I'm just like, shit, bro. I forgot how expensive this shit is.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, I like this shit ain't cheap. And I was also like, I'm gonna cut down on the shows next year. Like I gotta save. Like I'm gonna be finishing up school and all this shit. Bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm only doing the 2 years, so it's like that. It's over. But so far, every single tour that's been announced for 2023 that I wanted to go to, I have a ticket for, and Bamboozle Fest lineup gets announced tomorrow, so I am accepting donations to be able to afford tickets to that, because
they got a Jason already.
Yeah, I will not be able to afford Bamboozle tickets, Record Store Day, Black Friday, and my credit card bill all by the end of the week.
Just ask your mom, say like, bro, Christmas. It's gonna be a good Christmas for me this year. You know, man. Just give me the credit card. Don't ask any questions. I think I'm trying to keep it like super low for next year because I went all out. I used up all my points for shows, so I'm gonna have to like. There's so many things I want to go. Like, are you going to like any of the We Came as Romans shows next year?
I'm probably going to go to the Philly one because that's in January, but I hold out like when it's super early in the year because like if I'm traveling with Philly, I don't want it to like be snowing and they're still like your show's on and I'm like, well, I can't fucking go. I drive a Jetta.
I can't drive.
Yeah, I drive a Jetta, bro.
Bro, oh my god. Because I think I'm going to the one I'm gonna try and go to the one in Baltimore because all my friends are going to that one, and then I'm trying to do Silver Scream Con if I can do that, but. Bro, they're like all the way in buttfuck nowhere, man. Like they're like above New York.
Massachusetts.
I wasn't great at geography, so I saw that and I was like, what the fuck? Where the hell are you?
What state is that?
Where are we? And then Camp Flogna. Those are like the only things that I'm aiming to do next year, and then the rest are just gonna be like Heart Attack Man is touring. You guys wanna go? But that's it.
You're saying this, but next year we're gonna have to take like 6 weekdays off a week because you're gonna be at 47 fucking shows a week.
God, fingers crossed, man. I need that so bad.
Yeah, I don't need the anxiety of that.
But you're gonna be doing the exact same thing.
I'm not.
Our shows are gonna line up again.
I have to like fucking move out. Like I have to start saving. I can't spend every penny I make.
No, dude, you just live at the venues. You're gonna be going to a show every night, so just live at the venues.
Start going on tour with these fucking bands, bro.
Honestly, that makes sense, man. Do it. Just get on tour with Fuck. No worries.
But we also have music to talk about that came out this week. It was pretty late.
It's not a lot.
Yeah, thank God. Brockhampton put out 2 new albums, The Family, and then they surprise dropped TM. I'll start because I'm sure you've got plenty to say.
I do.
So I think The Family sucks. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Okay.
I think it's quite clear. They say we made this album in the weekend. No shit. You made this album in a weekend. I just feel like a lot of the songs are underdeveloped.
Yes.
Granted, most of the songs are like about
a minute and 30 seconds.
Why the band isn't a band anymore, and like that's all well and good. Like I think that it's a cool way to like go about explaining why you're not doing it anymore, or at least you're taking a break. But it's also like from an outside perspective, it really wasn't meant for me. So I'm like sitting here listening to Kevin whine about the band not being a band anymore, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like you are the most annoying member. You're the most annoying member of this fucking band, bro. Like shut your mouth.
I love him though.
So that's all well and good. And I thought the songs that like weren't directly related to like the band not being a band anymore, because there's a couple of those songs too were just like
a handful.
Yeah, they were just like, well shit, bro, like the label said we got to make an album that's 35 minutes long and we got 23 minutes. So
listening to the lyrics, that's crazy.
So let's make Big Pussy. And like
I love that song so much.
They should have just made Big Pussy 6 times because they made some really bad songs.
Dude, Big Pussy is such a good song. Like genuinely, that's like song of the year for me. I can't lie.
It's just like the singles weren't awful, but I knew based off the singles that this record was going to be very much like here's why the band isn't a band anymore, and also Big Pussy. But it was like the singles were like some of the best songs on the record. And also our best song. Yeah. So the singles were some of the best songs on the record, and then it just like got progressively worse. TM had a bit of a slower vibe to it, but it like obviously I read through the press release, and this was like the record that they were working on that never got finished, and it's quite clear that like these were fully fleshed out ideas, and like this is what it was like. This is actually a record. This wasn't just like, we're gonna tell people why we're not a band anymore.
Exactly. Kevin's gonna whine into a mic for 35 minutes, and then we're gonna post it.
Yeah, we're gonna like actually make some bangers. And like, although there were definitely some pretty good tracks on here that like, if you had to hold a gun to my head and you were like, you have to listen to one of the Brockhampton records, I'd pick this one. Like from the two that got released.
Okay.
This past week. But it was just like a slower vibe, so I also wasn't like sitting over here like, oh my god, Brockhampton made a record that I will listen to a million times over again. Like, it was just like, I don't want to strangle Kevin this time around. Which is honestly a good move. Because after listening to 35 minutes of Kevin being like, I kind of wanted to just like turn him off. So
that was your
that's my review. I think that they should have kept the first record to themselves. They should have just made a no tap.
Honestly, I would have been okay with that. No, they should have dropped Big Pussy and then just like a no tap. That's like it. Okay, so the family. I agree. I do feel like most of the songs were underdeveloped. I'm pretty sure this was like Kevin's. This was just Kevin. Like the entire thing was Kevin.
It said that like 3 of the members got together in like a cabin for a weekend and banged it out.
Really?
Yeah, but it's like it's pretty much like Kevin's kind of shit with like a couple of the other members like producing on it.
Yeah. The one track that like caught my ear that wasn't one of the singles was the one that Bareface was on. He's the one who has like the vocals, the singing. He does the silly little singing. And when I heard him, I was like, whoa.
No, Kevin.
That's not Kevin. Genuinely, it caught me off guard, and that I had to listen to it a couple more times because I was like, oh my god, I missed him so much because we didn't get much Bareface on Roadrunner, from at least what I remember. Like, he had a couple parts, but like that was it. And he's like one of my favorite members of Brockhampton. So I thought the family, I agree, underdeveloped. They could have worked on it for like another week. Like, you didn't have to do 48 hours for this, you know?
Your goodbye record shouldn't have been done in 48 hours. I'm just saying. Like, I know that you guys like were not getting along and shit, but like you could have like done like separate sessions.
Exactly, like you could have done separate like this is what bands do all the time, and they don't hate each other, but it works. So it's just like and also the fact that it was like a bunch of tracks, but they're all like a minute and like 50 seconds, or like the longest one was like 4 minutes, and that was like the end, which I'm pretty sure it was Brockhampton, the artist track. I guess it's not a title track, it's an artist track. So I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent to it. I liked the first couple tracks, and then I was just kind of listening to it, and I was like, I didn't want a Kevin record. Honestly, I didn't want one. He's not my favorite member. I'd rather a Joba record. I'd rather a Matt record or Dom. But, you know, Kevin's cool. He's the leader of the group. The last track, the Brockhampton track, definitely just reading the lyrics, I was like, wow, so this entire group is fucked. Like, you guys aren't coming back. Because he was like, yeah, fucked up the friendships, you know, like, this is like the last thing, you know, like, goodbye guys, basically. And I was like, that really sucks to read, but, you know, like, whatever, thanks for at least giving us the family. And then they dropped TM, and I was like, okay, it has the entire group on it, thank you, it's not just Kevin crying into a mic. That's great. I do need to listen to it again, but I enjoyed it. I preferred it over the family. I wish it had Big Pussy Part 2 on it though, because I want more of that.
I need a Big Pussy EP with a Big Pussy remix on it. This is the only remix I will approve of, because I think they can do a Big Pussy remix justice.
Big Pussy remix, yeah, exactly. Just pull a Lil Nas and just do like 100 different remixes of Big Pussy. That's what I think the world needs right now. I liked it. They did their last show. I watched like half of it and then I passed out. But the band is dead, I guess. So rest in peace. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Like, it sucks. They were like the favorite thing that I found last year, and then they just kind of died. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not happy with how it ended because their last couple records aren't my favorite. Like, it's nothing compared to like Iridescence, Ginger, any of the Saturations. And it's like they can't do that again. And none of this stuff, like Roadrunner, it can't compete against any of their other things. So it's really sad. I don't know.
Listening through Kevin's shit, it feels like they should have ended this a long time ago.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I feel like they were forcing it. And I don't know, just seeing their stage presence, they all seem very disconnected. So it's like obviously like y'all hate each other.
Yeah.
Like,
which is like
we get it.
Why it kind of explains the like abrupt like we're not doing this shit anymore. And just
which sucks because it was like 3 weeks before my show.
Canceling a show, like canceling the tour and just being like, we're gonna do Coachella. Like, fuck you, we're doing Coachella and that's it, we're out. And like I was like, damn, that's a fucking move to like promote your next record. But like, okay, because everyone was just like
this is just a
they're
joke,
just doing
right,
it again. Like
exactly,
they're just having their poor agent just cancel like just take a paycheck away from their agent and the rest of their team just because for funnies, you know,
just why not.
So it all kind of puts that into perspective. And as I said, like I think it's cool to do it like from an artistic kind of view to like make a record about it, you know, but at the same time I feel like there should be like a cap how much, like how long the fucking record should be. Like maybe just like an EP of 4 songs, like just tell us about it,
just explaining it, like 4 minute tracks.
How about just a podcast, like a 5-episode podcast explaining?
No, just sit down in 5 minutes. Just give us a quick little summary and Norm's notes of how where it all went wrong and like what the next step is. Because I don't know, the family, it didn't. The end, literally just the singles are my favorite, and I didn't even like the ending until the context of the album. I preferred it because it's like it had a transition into it. It made sense after listening to the record, and it had a good kind of like just bow. It was just a nice little cherry on top. And then there was another track after it, which I'm like, what the fuck? But I don't know. It didn't hit. It was just kind of like, yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
I'd rather listen to Ginger.
I'd rather listen to Big Pussy.
I'd rather listen to Big Pussy for the 1,000th time because I think I'm genuinely like 250 plays on that. It's so good. Like my family recognizes it now. They're like, "Is that BP?" And I'm like, "Yes, sir."
Big Pussy, hell yeah.
Big Pussy, hell yeah, man. That's it. That's my Brockhampton. I feel like every time I talk about them, I'm like ranting about the band. And this time it's just like, why did you guys have to die this way? What the fuck? Like, you couldn't just leave us with like a good record.
They did. It's called TM.
True. And also those, I'm pretty sure you literally said this, but it was demos from old records that they weren't able to put out.
It was like the beginning. It was like the start of the sessions for in 2021, and the record never got completed. So one of the
Roadrunner.
No, just like they were starting a new record, and like this is like they were in some sessions.
You were doing another one,
and this is what that record was supposed to be. And one of the members of the group, you know, was like kind of took the head producer role and finished the record.
Bareface. That was Bareface.
So that's
crazy.
That's what I gathered from the press release, because I was like, what is this TM record like? The fuck is this? And it was like a whole thing.
Oh, Matt! Yeah. No fucking way, Matt did that? I didn't know he produced. Oh, good for him. I love that man. He's so good. He is so good at his job. He's like my second favorite. Okay, that's interesting. I thought it would have been Bareface, because he's the guy who does that shit. Like he produces, he makes it. That's crazy. Matt. Okay. Oh yeah, they're doing like radio shows now and stuff. I thought the band was ending, but they're like, radio show, new show, we're going on tour. That's probably the next announcement that they're gonna have, and they're gonna be like, okay, one more album, guys, one more album. I'm be like, okay, you could die now, guys. Yeah,
I just want to hear Big Pussy live. That's it.
Honestly, I would go just for that song. Anyways, okay, I have to move on now because we have 20 minutes to cover everything else. Borders put out a new album, Bloom Season.
this is the most British thing we've ever listened to.
Yes.
It was so good. It was so good, but like so British.
Yeah. We
spoke. Sure.
Okay.
It's not out, but
yeah. It did happen. It's not out yet, but it did happen. And I remember talking to you about this, and you're like, dude, this is the most British thing we've ever heard. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah. But the record's good. I like that it's like grungier. So I think it's a pretty good record.
Mm-hmm. I personally like it when I can hear accents in music. Catches me off guard for a second. So I'm like, whoa. And then I hear it. I'm like, you know what? I'm good with it. That's good. Nice. Pop off. Yeah.
Disturbed dropped a new album, Divisive. Wow. I'm sure Glory and I have opposing views on this. He did the ooh-ah in the record towards the end. He did it. He did the
because
funny.
That's the only thing that he has.
He did the funny. I like this record. That's what I gotta say. I think that the singles are some of the strongest songs on the record, but I thought overall
that says something, dude.
I thought overall the album wasn't half bad.
I thought the album was full bad. 100%. Both halves bad. I didn't like it.
You had a rough week, man. Dude, there are a lot of shit on here you didn't like.
Yeah, honestly, there's a lot. Oh my god, did I listen to that? Yeah, I did. Okay. Whew. I was so scared for a second. But yeah, there was a lot of shit on here. There was a lot of stuff.
You're out here. You got a mouth like me now, bro.
Dude, I'm on like 2% right now. I'm just everything's
flying. It's it.
Dude, I'm losing it. But yeah, I didn't like this at all. Sorry. More on stuff I didn't like on this playlist. Nickelback dropped a new album, Get Rollin'. I would rather listen to Rollin' by Limp Bizkit 1,000 times than listen to this album again, because this was so bad. I hate country music. I texted Shane and I was like, why the fuck is Nickelback on the playlist? I don't think I said that, but I was like, this Nickelback, this is bad. This is really bad. Why is it here? And because I thought you were joking when you said you were going to add it and then we were going to cover it when it actually dropped, because I didn't even know that they dropped like an album until it was on the playlist. And I was so sad.
This was my doing. They blue balls all of us with San Quentin.
They got you, bro.
Yeah, they got us, bro. And I was like, bro, there's got to be another song on this record with a riff like that, or like just another song that isn't like Ford F-150 rock. No, every song on this record except San Quentin was just exactly what you expect from Nickelback. This would be
look at his photograph.
Yeah, now I can finally say I listened to an entire Nickelback record, and I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like this album. I don't know how Nickelback has a career. San Quentin still rocks. I don't care. But I think that all of these songs could be found in the next Ford commercial.
100%.
Yeah.
You know how like Green Day is going like sports? Mm-hmm. Maybe Nickelback is going like cars.
Yeah. Well, they've always been cars, you know.
Really? Did they not have like a rock era?
Oh, it just sounds like that, you know.
Really? That's like their thing.
You just look at that guy and you're like, his band could be in a fucking car commercial. But yeah, Glory texted me. She goes, this Nickelback album is ass. And I said, it's past the point of butt rock. It's Ford F-150 rock. And she goes, it's country. And I said, it's Ford F-150 rock. And she didn't respond to me.
Oh, shit. I forgot to reply to that. I'm sorry.
No, you texted me after that, so it's fine. But,
I did? Okay.
Yeah. So that's the review of the Nickelback album. Sorry for putting it on there and subjecting you to it.
It's okay, because you went through it too. It's not like you were like, I didn't even listen to it. So that would have been my breaking point. I would have left.
Yeah, that was one of the worst things we've listened to all year.
Oh, dude, it's number one on my worst releases of this year list. It's crazy.
Stay in the Canvas put out a new album, All Fine. This record is cool. So they're signed to In Vogue Records, who have been signing some pretty exciting people. They signed Dark Divine.
I love Dark Divine.
So, but they've been signing some pretty exciting people, and this album features a lot of people that are on Thriller Records right now, because In Vogue and Thriller are like, I think Thriller owns In Vogue.
Mm-hmm.
So like there was Outlining Colors on here, The Word Alive, who just signed to Thriller, on here. But my theory is that so Thriller is currently owned by an old like higher up of Fearless. Get Scared was on Fearless up until they broke up. Get Scared has been teasing new music. Get Scared's featured on this record. I think Get Scared got signed to Thriller.
Dang. Okay.
Because The Word Alive was also on here. The Word Alive was also a Fearless band, probably signed by the guy who now owns Thriller. Now they're on Thriller. I'm just saying, man. I think I'm connecting the dots here.
So I think 2023 is going to be big for Thriller.
I might just be full of shit, but I think that Thriller and In Vogue are going to take over the fucking world. That's all I'm going to say.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
I would love to see it.
This record was very good. It's like a modern twist on like the shit that like 2010s metalcore, like the shit that I wish was still like popular, not like this radio rock metalcore shit, you know, as much as I love it.
We're in a rough era right now.
No, I love it though. I love all of it.
Of course you do.
So, and the record's long.
Negative.
Like there's a lot to take in on here.
There's a lot.
And I think that it's a really solid record overall.
I did like this album. I liked it a lot. The deathcore vocals caught me off guard a little. Well, not caught me off guard. It's just like it's always different. It's always interesting to hear it, because for me that's just what Lorna Shore sounds like, and I know Lorna Shore didn't invent deathcore. Like, I know that for a fact, but every time I hear it I'm like, oh, this sounds like Lorna Shore, when it's like Will didn't invent deathcore. No. So as much as I would love to say he did, and as much as I'm sure he would love to say he did not, but that's just their impact on me, I guess, or my lack of knowledge in deathcore history. But I liked it a lot. Good album. Nice. Good, very good album. Girlfriends dropped a deluxe version of their album Emotion Sickness.
These songs were good. This record was good, and I'm glad it wasn't just like 2 songs, an acoustic song, and 4 remixes. It was actually all, you know, unreleased shit, like unreleased songs. So I thought that everything smacked.
Hell yeah, I agree.
Hell yeah. Honey dropped a deluxe EP, a deluxe version of their EP Homesick. Sorry. This was good. I enjoyed this. There were like a couple of new songs on here, plus the 4 originals, and then like 2. There was like a remix and like a slowed down version. Like,
speaking of the remix, yeah.
But I didn't think that like they didn't overdo it with like the alternate versions of shit, so I'm not gonna be here like fuck you. Like that's kind of the like that's when you can get away with it, is on deluxe edition. So I thought it was cool, and I'm glad that there were more songs added onto the EP, because I was like, god damn, 4 songs, like, well, what the fuck, man, like I need more. So I'm glad we got more.
I agree. I'm good with alternate versions if the song is like completely like out of pocket different. I feel like that's it. But if it's like, if you like change like one thing, keep that. We will live. You're good. But this was good. I enjoyed this EP a lot, actually. Shallow Pools dropped a new single, Say What You Want. I love Shallow Pools so much. We love you guys.
And they signed to Equal Vision. Congrats, guys.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Ben, I found out a little early
you did.
At work.
And you found out on you told me after.
And then I was like, hey Gloria, don't tell anybody, but Shallow Pool signed Equal Vision. She's like, hey, sound out who what? And I was like, yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
I'm so excited.
So that's awesome for them. Congrats, guys. This song fucking rocks, and I need new Shallow Pools immediately.
Oh well, is all I gotta say. I really like this track a lot. It's so good. I love I love shallow pools, and they're on tour right now.
True.
With
yes.
the other besties.
They're on
Three
tour.
more. And then the other besties, Capstan. It's like another. It's
and
another stack tour.
We're interviewed the entire fucking lineup.
Holy shit, we did it. That's crazy. And are you going?
No, because the Pennsylvania date, it's like 2.5. It's like further than Hershey. It's so far in Pennsylvania, and I'm like, man.
You'll catch him another time.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't afford all these fucking shows, man. I got like 14 before the end of the year. I don't even know how that's possible.
I'm gonna ask Brendan to live stream their set on their Instagram because I still want to see them perform. I literally can't drive to Baltimore as much as I would want to because that's their hometown show. But.
Yeah, I was like, damn, the hometown show would be sick, but like, I'm sorry, guys. Like, I don't want to drive that far. This shit's expensive, man.
Yeah. Dude, Christmas time is here. My bank account.
I haven't bought a single gift for anybody, and I haven't Black Friday shopped for myself either. It's one for me, one for thee, and like I can't buy one for me or one for them.
dude, you're
Bamboozle Fest, bro. That's the main priority right now.
That's the main thing right now. That's fair. That's fair.
Glimmers dropped a new single, Midas Touch. I was very excited for this one because they were doing the TikTok teasers, and I was like, oh shit, this song's gonna bang. And I was right, this song bangs. I need a full album right now. Please.
I agree. I love everything they do. They come to Virginia a lot. And I don't know until it's like the day after their performance.
When they posted that on Instagram. Virginia, you were awesome.
And I'm like, what do you mean we were awesome?
Glory's backyard was amazing last night.
Oh my god, dude. So just like give me a heads up. Next year though. I used up all my concert points. I can't go to another concert, guys. But I'll see you next year. That'd be good. Have you seen them live?
No. I think I don't know if the Philly show ever happened that was like on the tour, but it was 21 plus anyway. So I wasn't going to be able to go.
Hey, next year, man.
Next November.
Yeah. Foxtooth dropped a new single, 2 emos, and some checkered vans. That's such a cool name.
And they signed to Refresh.
Whoa!
I've been working with Foxteeth. I'm on their management team. I like this song. And I am patiently waiting for new Foxteeth in 2023.
Real ones have this from
the tooth. Yeah, I got that somewhere too.
Yeah, hell yeah! It's always on my desk. I always see it every time I sit at my desk. I don't know where I was going.
Every time I sit at my no shit.
It's on my. This is very good. I love everything they do. They're all just so talented, and they genuinely can't miss. Like I'm not gonna do the fart in a mic joke, but honestly, like it would be great. Like it would be great, guys. You'd kill it.
So true. The Word Alive dropped a new single, Nocturnal Future. This fucking song rocks.
It's banged, man.
This is crazy.
This was good.
Yeah.
This was really good.
So I'm very excited for new Word Alive in 2023. As I said earlier, they signed to Thriller. So very excited. But that's all the topics we have today. So you can follow us on Twitter. It's good_noise_cast. Instagram is Good Noise Podcast. Facebook is Good Noise Pod. YouTube is Good Noise Podcast. Every audio streaming service ever is Good Noise Podcast. Bandcamp is goodnoiserecords.bandcamp.com. Patreon is patreon.com/Good Noise Podcast. Glory's got your Patreon supporters, your Twitch subs, and your important plugs. Then we're going to sign off.
Woo! Thank you to our Patreon supporters, my brother, my uncle Matt from Pulses, Jeremy, Brady, Zari, and Eric. Thank you guys. And thank you to our Twitch subs, Coaster to Lover, Buzz Lightskin, Matt again from Pulses. Thank you, Matt, Sam, and Zari. Thank you again, Zari. You guys rock.
Thank you guys.
Thank you to everybody supporting us. You guys rock. We appreciate you a lot. Important plugs. Black Lives Matter. Stop Asian hate. Please wear your masks in crowded areas. Please. Please. I was gonna say a joke with that, but I just actually just said please again. So just put a joke there. I can't think of one right now. And have a good holiday if you're celebrating it. That's it. I don't know. That's like the best I got right now. I'm sorry.
Good job. Well, that's all the topics we have today. I've been Shane.
I've been Glory.
And we have been the Good Noise Podcast. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.